Hello everyone, this is Reggie Dawson for the Building Apps with Intel XDK and Parse course for Tuts Plus. In this video, we are going to set up our page to add and delete articles. Bear in mind the objective for this app is to come up with the MVP or minimum viable product. As such, since this is a page that will only be seen by the editors who enter the articles, we aren't going to worry about making it look good. We also aren't going to worry ourselves with being able to edit the articles. We will assume the articles have been proofread and edited. The page will allow you to add, list, and delete articles. For this page, we are going to use HTML, JavaScript, and jQuery. We are going to use the Parse JavaScript library as well. I'm using jQuery just to simplify DOM manipulation. We are going to use jQuery to write a little page loader to dynamically render different views. We are going to do this very simply by building up HTML inside of variables and using jQuery to load them. The reason I chose to do it this way was to limit having to incorporate third-party libraries. This will also give us the chance to get to know the Parse JavaScript library. We're going to start first by downloading the HTML boilerplate. I like using this to start my page because it also includes jQuery. Go to https://html5boilerplate.com. Once you're there, choose Get a Custom Build. Choose Classic H5BP. No template. Keep Modernizer. Keep jQuery minified. Uncheck all of H5BP optional. After that, download the file and unzip it. All we need is the index.html file and the CSS and the JSS folders. Next, go to the Parse Quick Start Guide from the docs. Choose Data, and then Web, and then New Project. Copy the Parse initialize statement and save it for later use. If you are logged into Parse, then these are the correct keys to initialize your app. Scroll down and choose Store User Objects from What's Next. On this page, we can download the Parse SDK or connect via CDN. You can do either, but if you want to use the CDN, the script tag is right here. If you want to download the Parse SDK, click here. Then we're going to download the JavaScript development version. We're going to copy this to our vendor folder inside of our JS folder. First, we're going to edit our index.html file. We can remove the Node.js class from the HTML tag. Following the script tag for Modernizer, we're going to add a Parse script tag. Next, we're going to remove this paragraph tag from the body, and we're going to replace it with a div with the class of content. Then I'm going to remove the jQuery script tags, and then I'm going to add my own script tag for the jQuery that's in my vendor folder. Next, we're going to go to main.css and scroll down to the author's custom styles. First, we're going to add a class called MyButton. I know I said I wasn't going to make it look pretty, but this is to improve the readability of our buttons. First, I'm going to make sure the text inside of our button is centered. And now I've added a 3-pixel solid black border. I'm also going to add some styles to the standard image tag to control the size of our images. I've set the height and width of the image to 50%. Next, in our main.js file, we are going to add our first function to load our start page. The first thing we need to add is our document ready function. This is a standard jQuery function that runs once the DOM has been fully loaded. Next, we create a variable called menu that holds the first line of our HTML that will render our menu. This is a div with the class of add and the label add article. Then we use the plus equal operator to add another div to our menu with the class of list and label list article. Remember the div with the class of content on our HTML page? We use jQuery to select that content and append our menu variable to it. The jQuery append method will place its value inside of the selected element. Then I'm selecting all divs and adding our class myButton with the add class method. This will add our class to every div on the page. Next, we will bind an event handler to the click event on the add button. This click will execute the add article function. Then we're going to do the same thing with the list button, binding this click to the list all function. After that, we can save and preview the file. And our two buttons should appear. We now have our start menu set up. In the next video, we will configure our add article page and our save article function.